and welcome to another episode of the Zog. This week I'm trying something now that I think may work out quite well if I can keep it up, and that's to record snippets of video footage while I'm out and about, daily stuff, giving a chat on what's been going on, rather than trying to put together a show in the case of like a day in the life or something like that. Let's just do an actual day in the life. So that's what I've been doing over a couple of days over the last week. Let's see how it goes. Hey there, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm off down to the carpet sales down in town. It's, like I said, been a while because I don't generally have the time to do this with the council work and the comics. End up with two full-time jobs, so you don't always have time on a weekend. So it should be interesting. I doubt I'll find much because most of the time you don't find much, but if I come back with a computer game or two, that'll be nice. So we'll have to wait and see what happens when we get there. Right, so down in town, and the first problem of the day has arrived. I've forgotten to bring any antihistamines and any tissues with me, so I'm now pretty much just choking on pollen and other pollution from cars and things like that. So I thought, well, that can't be too much of a problem. I live in the largest town in Britain, so surely there'll be somewhere open that I can buy a tissue from. Everywhere's still closed. Isn't Sunday great? So town is still empty, and that's expected, but just been to the beach, and as usual it's small but fair, nothing much going on. Managed to find 3 games, so that's not too bad. So I'm happy with that, but that's the nature of the thing. It's full of people who don't really know what the value of things are, of course, and usual chances. It does annoy me that there are chances that they think, oh well, it's original Xbox, it's collectors now. No, it isn't. You're asking for a budget copy of Max Payne for three or four quid now. But the other guy, wanting a very, very scratched copy of Resident Evil 4 on Wii for £2, and this other game that he hadn't, I think it was, what was it? Wii Sports Resort. No controller or anything like that. I don't know whether it came with a controller. I'm pretty sure it did though. And again, very, very scratched and £2. It's like, no, I'm not paying that much for stuff I can't guarantee is going to work. It's not worth that much. So yeah, it's one of those things. You take it or leave it. Basically, out of the PS2 games that were there, most of them were the iToy or SingStar that I already had, and essentially out of the ones I didn't have, I bought all 3 of them. So I can't really complain on that. I am collecting PS2 rather than anything else, but it's one of those things, isn't it? You take your chances. Right there, Freddykins. Hiya. Okay, you're in the shadow. You're enjoying them, oh mother. I bet you are. Oh my goodness, it is so hot today. We've been out for a walk earlier on. Jen and I walked just under 3.5 miles. Because we went to a few charity shops looking for games. Managed to pick up 6. It might be the last time we get a decent haul from some of them though, because one of the charity shops was saying, oh, we're putting up our prices to £2 per game, which makes most stuff not worth buying. But picked up a few, and we'll see how that goes. Then the issue is, I don't begrudge paying £2 for a computer game, providing it's actually worth that much. But most of the stock that they've got, because we keep picking out the good ones, unfortunately, is crap. It's like old football games, or that 1 year's version of whatever annual release thing it is. You know the old thing, like the Call of Duties and stuff like that. So you end up with a load of basically dross that they want £2 for. I think, I'll pick it up somewhere else. But like I say, when it's worth it, I'll pay £2. That's not a problem at all. But it's been a long, hot day, and my arm, it doesn't seem to be red, but it feels like it's burnt. So I'm expecting to have some issues later on, and we'll just see how it goes, I suppose. Anyway, Jen's wanting to do some filming of her trains outside on the train set, so we're about to do that. It's so ridiculously hot today that I've decided it's probably best to make some iced tea, because that would possibly keep me a bit cooler. So just bottled up 2 litres worth of water and 4 tea bags because that'll give us a good amount. Now I've got to let it cool there for a few hours. I'll add some orange juice, mix it all up and let it cool in the fridge after that, and then we'll have some nice iced tea. So we were filming some train videos for Jen's channel and we're meant to do 3, but oh my goodness, it's so hot. So we're going to stop now and I'm going to get on with some work with the comics instead. Comic drawing, cool. And hopefully by the time all that's finished, I might have cooled down enough that we can get a bit more videoing done. But let's wait and see how it goes. How are you doing over there, Madam Snuggles?
I am melting. This heat is just... It was the humidity. I'm like sticky with sweat, and in fact I'm getting like stuff sticking to me when I'm crawling about in the shed, and like the clothes are sticking to me. I'm going to go in the bath in a bit, a nice cold bath. I might even get that bag of ice out of the freezer and dump that in as well.
Don't do that, I've been using that for drinks.
Oh, well, you can use it for drinks when I've finished with it.
No thank you.
License to grill.
I see we've got some nice veggie stuff there, plus carnivorous crap.
There's the nice stuff, and then in the tin foil you can see the rabbit food that these
veggie stuff,
weird
lovely.
Vegetarians were. Oh dear, look, I've managed to get pig grease all over.
You better not.
Oh, it's starting to cook.
Yeah, excellent. Hey guys, over the last few days I've had, well, how can I describe it? I seem to have picked up food poisoning, so I'm now in the middle of starving that out. Basically, I'm trying not to eat anything all day, but a few issues have come up with casework for... I'm a local counsellor, and a few issues on casework have come up, so I've now got to go to work. Even though I'm not eating anything, this is not going to work out well. I can tell from straight off. But basically, I've got to try and get through today without eating and still being nice to people when a lack of food tends to make me a bit grouchy. It's going to be fun. Let's see how it goes. Well, I've managed to get here and I'm exhausted. I walk into town every time I have to come down to town because of the exercise. It's pretty much the only exercise I get when you're a cartoonist, and therefore your job involves sitting on your backside all day drawing pictures. So... a nice bit of exercise combined with lack of food means that I'm a little bit lightheaded. I'm going to have a drink of water or something to keep me going. And I'll make these phone calls and things I need to do here. And then we can get back home and I can have a bit of time off to try and recover. You know when you get to that point in the day where your brain starts thinking, why don't you go and get some lunch? You're obviously hungry, why don't you get some lunch? Well, today it's getting extremely annoying for me because I can't, of course. I'm trying to starve out this illness or whatever it is. I think it's food poisoning, but I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, I've got through all of the work that I need to do and thought, well, while I'm down in town, why don't I go off and see what's what in the shops? So that's what I'm about to do. Might as well make the day of it since I'm here. And that's all done now. Time to go home. One of those days, I suppose, is just try and get back and get some rest because I'm starting to get lightheaded and forget what I'm doing. All the work done, went around shopping and not a huge amount to pick up, maybe pick up a PS2 game or something like that, but sadly not today. I did find, however, an extra one for my wife Jennifer. She collects these Penguin Popular Classics. They were a set of books that Penguin did, around 200, maybe 250 of them around the millennium, and she's got a fair amount of them now, but we always keep finding new ones, so I've managed to find her one of Shakespeare's plays, so that's pretty good, and now it's just time to go home, get back there and give her that as a present. Right, so I'm back home now, and I'm absolutely exhausted, so I think today might be pretty much written off after this. So I was wanting to get a video done. Maybe I'll get that done later after I've had a rest, but at the moment, oh my goodness, I am so exhausted. But I worked out that at 8 o'clock I'll have been starving myself for 24 hours, so hopefully that'll get rid of the bug. And if I feel better, then I have got myself a pizza and a few little bits of chocolate as a treat because I've done this. And hopefully this will work out. Right, yeah, I think, to be honest with you, the walk up and down into town while I'm not well has taken everything out of me. So what I'm actually going to do now is I think I'm just going to take the rest of the day off, or at least until I feel a bit more together. I'm going to use this time to catch up on some reading. Oh, I'm exhausted. Oh my goodness, I thought my foot was hurting, but wow, I guess I haven't been wearing in my new shoes properly. Oh my goodness, there's someone cutting down trees or something nearby, and I've managed to get the entire day now without eating anything, and the sickness appears to have been replaced by just gnawing hunger, so it's probably time I stopped and got something to eat now. Hopefully I'll be alright after that, and then maybe even I might be able to get on with some scripting. Okay, that's the new style format. If I can keep that up, then I think that'll work out quite nicely. Let's just see how it goes anyway. But the other thing that I want to talk about this week is the game haul, as has been discussed before. I was thinking, should I set this off as a different show on its own, or should I keep it as part of the SOG? And I haven't decided yet. Comments that I've had one comment, said no, just keep it part of the SOG. And I may end up doing that, but there's always the possibility of doing a game haul video separately if I need to, or there's a lot to do. But at the moment, it's part of the SOG, so let's take a look at what I've managed to pick up this week. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Game Pickups, and it's going to be a fairly quick one this week because I've been working quite hard on other things and also been a little bit ill again. This year seems to be kicking my ass in terms of illness. But anyway, let's get straight to it because we've got a few to get through, and at the moment we've got Yar's Revenge from the Atari Anthology. I don't know if you can see it, yeah, running in the background. Just a little bit of something different, you know. Let's see how we go. Anyway, the first pickup isn't actually a game. I found this in CEX. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original film. And it's great. It's so much fun. It's one of those films where, yeah, it's not going to be a critical success, but it's a lot of fun, especially if you're around at the time and saw it at the cinema. And yeah, it's great fun. So I enjoyed watching that with Jen, who just didn't get it. It was so sad. I mean, I'm there loving a piece of my childhood, and she's going, okay, what's this? Oh, come on, man. But what can you do? You can't have the same likes and dislikes all the time, I suppose. Anyway, what we got in terms of games, however, is something a bit better. Got Boogie. It's a lot of fun. It's a rhythm game and a singing karaoke game in one, so I was actually really pleased to get hold of this. I mean, the case has a little bit of damage on the bottom. I don't know whether you can see it, but it's kind of notched there, but the front's fine. And then when we open it up, perfect manual, and the game is in really good condition too, so I was really happy to get hold of this. There was a game that came with it that wasn't in the same condition, let's put it that way. I'm going to overlay a bit of film I took of it. It's basically someone had dropped it in water and then decided, well, it's ruined, so I'll trade it into CX, and they'd taken it. The game itself was a piece of crap. It was scratched to bits. The manual was ruined. The case was ruined. And I couldn't believe that they tried to fob this off on me. That's what happens when you get internet orders. Some of them are chances. They try and get rid of their crap stock that they know they can't sell. Well, it didn't work, so I took it straight back to the shop down the road. But anyway, let's move on to one that was in fantastic condition. Astro Zoo in iToy. Trying to get the whole iToy set at the moment, and it's getting quite difficult because some of the later ones are really hard to get hold of, but this one's in really good condition, perfect condition case. And look at the manual, perfect condition as well. Game's in really good condition. I don't think it's been used much, and it's not the best of the iToy games, but it's really nice to have in that condition. Now, next up we have a game that actually I was surprised at how pretty decent it is, and that's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I didn't know this was a game, actually, when I ordered it. I thought, yeah, I'll give it a try. I didn't even know it was out. And again, really good condition case. I mean, there's a little bit of wear and tear, but just due to age. The manual has been read, it's obvious, because it's got a few creases, but it's in good condition. And the game itself's in good condition too, so I was really happy to pick that one up. Next up we have basically a Tony Hawk's clone, and it's World Tour. Now, I didn't know what it was going to be when I picked it up, but I thought I'll give it a chance. It's actually a lot of fun, but it is a Tony Hawk's clone. So, decent condition case. The manual's been used a fair bit, it's got creases and stuff, but I don't really mind that. And the game's a bit scratched, but not too bad. So overall, not bad. quite happy to add it. Now, finally, I've been looking for this one for a while, and I finally got it, because every time I order it, they send me the wrong one. And that's Real World Golf 2007, the sequel to Real World Golf. And I'm really happy to have it. Look at that case. I'm really happy to have it in really good condition. So, yeah. It would have been available in a box set with the golf accessory, but I already have a box set with the golf accessory for the original, so I'm not really interested in collecting that. But there we are. Perfect condition manual, perfect condition game, and perfect condition case. Really happy to have finally got that, especially since every time I order it, they send me the original. I have 4 copies of the original now. I'm not sending them back because it's most of them are pretty good condition cases, so I'll just use them as replacement cases at some point. Now, here's another one that I was impressed to find because I didn't know it was out. You know, Lego games are all over the place. Well, Playmobil tried to get in on that as well with Hype the Time Quest. I didn't know this game existed until I saw it turn up on CEX. And I thought, I'll give it a try. I mean, there's a little notch in the corner there, but otherwise the case is in pretty good condition. The manual has been used and has a few creases, but it's in pretty good condition either, despite that too. And the game's in pretty good condition too. So I was very happy to pick this up. And yeah, it's very interesting. It's a French game, and it's got the English translation, and the game is in English, but it's got French then English on the back, which is obvious because Playmobil is a French company. And it turns out it's actually a decent adventure game. I mean, it's for kids, and it's obviously for kids, but it's a decent adventure game nevertheless. So I've been having a lot of fun playing that, and we'll probably do a Game Hammer review on it at some point. Now, I've been looking around the charity shops, and it seems that after my last haul that was up on the last episode, we seem to have worn out the local charity shops, at least for the moment. So all I was able to pick up was a copy of GP Police on the PlayStation 1. And it's not in the best condition. The case is cracked and scratched, and it's got this thing from what's the word? Cash Converters. That's the one. I just lost it there. Got a thing from Cash Converters on it, which is annoying, and eventually I'll steam that off, but at the moment it's stuck there. The manual is a bit battered and creased, but it's there. The games themselves are there. They're in decent condition too. I was giving it a try. I thought it would be like that drop zone or whatever it is for the new one, and it's not. I kind of got the impression that it might be from looking at the back, but it's not. It's a 3-dimensional shooter. It's a first-person perspective 3D shooter, and it's actually quite interesting the way it's done it. So I was happy to have that. It's an early thing, a bit like Descent, but not quite as good. But it's fun to play nevertheless, and yeah, I'm really happy to have added that to my collection. So that's all I've got this week, so thank you very much, and back to the studio. Okay, that's everything I've got for you this week, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you did like this, and if you did, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see what's been going on too, and do subscribe for future videos because there will be more in the future. But until next time, I've been Zoe Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching the Zorgon ZJKR, and I'll see you next time.